Hello YouTube, and it's me, John Dillon here, commentating the MFNSRA Summer Superspeedway Series practice here at Daytona. And this is going to be a practice session so you guys can get familiar with which cars you will be driving for the race. And we see two cars coming out of pit road right now, and we're going to see who they are in a minute, or in a moment. And that is the number 1 of Mark Edwards in the race with Insolent Chevrolet. And I do see back there the number 13 Geico Ford Fusion of Wes McCall. So as these two come on the track, this is the first time these Gen 6 cars will be on the track in an MFNSRA series, and I'm very excited to be broadcasting this on YouTube for you guys. And the orange and blue Chevy SS of Mark Edwards takes the track. There's Wes McCall in a Germain Racing Ford Fusion team that has really improved over time in the Sprint Cup Series. They put Wes McCall in the number 13 for this season. Now Alex Tanker, number 29, Jimmy John Chevrolet, comes on the track. He will be driving that car for this race. There's some cars on pit road. Check back to Mark Edwards. This was a 15-minute practice session. As you see some cars going out on hitting the track now. Arnold Columbia, car number 30, has just come onto the track. Stephen Kimball, number 33, has also come on. We're going to see how this number 1 car looks so far early in practice on a single car run. Well, you'll see some packs begin to form, and that's when we'll see the fastest times here today. And Edwards will come down. We'll see what his first time is, 47.395. And Wes McCall runs a 46.995. So those are the only two that have turned a complete lap so far. Let's check Alex Tanker here. He comes across the line. And he goes to the top with 46.903. And more cars coming across now. 32 Charles Jackson. First to break into the 45s. A very fast time by that number 32 Federated Auto Parts Ford. Here he is on the track right now for Fast Lane Racing. And he has the fastest time early on with he's running a little bit of a pack here. In fact, the top 3 cars are right there on your screen. 22 has the second fastest time. The 22 is Luke Martin in the AAA Ford, and the 34 of Nicholas Guerra in the 34. And now another Ford jumps up to the top. In fact, the top 5 are Fords right now, including Wes McCall in the 13 and now the 17 of Daniel Voiles. The only non-Ford in this group right now is Mark Matthews, driving the bright yellow number 27 Certainty Menards Chevy. And to the top goes the 78, who is right back here catching this group, and that draft will really help him out. He's run a 45.404, and Elijah Koufax has the fastest time. Wes McCall turning fast laps still. We're going to check on him in that Germain Racing Ford. He's drafting with Mark Edwards in the 1, and behind him is the number 15 of Jake Williams. New car at the top now is the 26 of Jacob Kraus, and we have a spin. And the 83 of Timmy Pacioli is slow on the racetrack. So this car must have been the car that spun. I saw a ton of smoke in the entrance to turn 1. Let's see. Ooh, Timmy made quite a mistake there. Timmy had not caught a draft yet. The 51 car of Jacob Lawler had a huge run. Timmy must have just gotten on the track. Man, and Timmy did a nice job keeping it straight, but he almost came back up in front of those 3 cars. So Timmy has the slowest time right now. Those are his skid marks right there. But this is a huge group for a practice session right now. And I think all these cars except the number 5 of the number 5. That what is that? The number 5. That now I know it's a Seth Carlisle. I think every car except him is in this pack, or maybe the 15 and the 13. There's CJ Sorensen in the Rush Truck Center's Chevy for Stewart Haas Racing. And CJ has a ton of experience in MFNSRA, most known for being in the run for the championship at the end. Oh, we have trouble up front. Oh my gosh, car upside down. Oh my gosh. 83, Pacioli upside down again. And there's Seth Carlisle. We were just talking about him. He's upside down as well. And some of our fastest cars, in fact, the fastest car, Elijah Koufax. Dougie Shears, 38, huge damage. Andrew Schwartz in the 44. We're not done yet. Now another car upside down. More cars getting hit. Anthony Emery in the Cheez-It Ford upside down. Unbelievable crash here in practice, and we're still not done. There's Wes McCall. Koufax's car is getting beaten around like a pinball. Austin Ogo, 39. How did this get set off? I'm gonna pause right here and see what happened. And I mean, I don't know. That the 83 car has been in both incidents. Man, I tell you what. Okay, it happened up front. Oh, it's like one of the 35 of 35 Colin McNaught. It almost looked like the 35 was going to pit. I don't know. He came down, though. And then he couldn't slow down, and he comes right back up into Seth Carlisle. Collects Diego Ospina, the Season 4 Craftsman Car Series champion. And then oh my, look at that 5 car and the 42. Okay, I mean, that was insane. Did you see how high that 5 car went? It was the 26 of Kraus, the 48 of Chris Summers there, Chris Warner in the 10. And that 5 car took a ride. And then this fast group comes in. Look at the 83 get sent flying. In fact, Pacioli was the one that came into Ospina in the 42, and then everyone else. Koufax, Voiles, Luke Martin, Dom Caps, Dylan Schwallenberg. And then these guys come along. Andrew Schwartz can't keep it straight, and he and Dougie Shears in the 38 get collected. And now here comes the 99 into Koufax with Dylan Young, and he gets sent barrel rolling. I'm gonna ride on board with Elijah Koufax in the 78. He had the fastest car before all this in the first Chevy. Following Mark Matthews here in the 27. You can see that 5 car flying in the air. Oh my gosh, that's a huge hit into the back of Daniel Boyes, but it's nowhere near over. That was just a part of the crash. He's going to get hit even more. There's the 44 and the 38. There's still more. Here comes the 99 of Anthony Emery. And then there's the 11 of Carter Keselowski, the 36 of, and then there's Wes McCall in there. It just never really ended until right there when he was on the apron. Okay, so we're going to continue here. I would say that's easily a 20-car crash. Easily. And now Dom Caps in the 21, he got some damage in that crash. He's going to come into the pits. 7 car, he may have made some contact as well. That's Luke Walker. There's Zach Buchanan with the backup car coming back onto the track. And Daniel Voiles in his backup car. Hopefully it's as fast as his primary. The 5th Third Bank Ford. All these cars, and including these 2, they were all in that crash. It's the 39. We didn't really see him. Austin. Oh yeah, no, I remember Austin Oko being in it now. 36 of Ryan Acosta, slow on the bottom of the track. He's gonna have to go to a backup. I think he made some contact in that crash, Ryan Acosta. Yeah, he hit the 78. So now all these cars, backup cars, there's Jake Williams in the 15, there's Pacioli. Good to see him back in the car. In the 83. Jacob Kraus in the 26, Chris Warner in the 10, Ospina 42. Here's Adam Smith. I think he just made a regular pit stop. Dougie Shears in a backup car, Wes McCall in a backup car. There's Elijah Koufax and Anthony Emery and Luke Martin. And I think there's still some cars that have to come back on. There's Colin McNaught in the 35. Dylan Young and Sean Galligan's making adjustments on that number 24, as is some other cars that are in the pits. There's Carter Keselowski in a backup car as well. I just saw him pull out. No big packs. And Elijah Koufax with a 44.398. That's a really good lap by Koufax that he set in his primary car. Looks like we got a pack forming here. And this pack may set some laps. In fact, Nicholas Guerra, he has the second fastest lap. He wasn't caught in that wreck either. And Charles Jackson is 4th. So we have some fast cars here. Chris Summers was involved in that crash in the 48. There's Jacob Lawler in the 51. More trouble, and it's Seth Cole in the 43. Ton of damage on that Smithfield Ford, and involved as well as the 38 of Doug Shears. Let's see here. Alex Tanker in the 29 is coming up on him. 43 gets a huge run off of 2, and I think that, 38 was trying, 38, I don't know, 38 was in a tough spot there. I don't know if I think that's a racing deal, but again, this is a practice. I think they should be giving a little more room than that. And they come up and collect Alex Tanker in the 29. Lag. Sorry, I'm getting lagged a little bit there. So now Seth Cole's going to have to do a backup car. Let's find some more cars. Here, we haven't talked about Johnny Gardner. He was the last one to make it into the series here today. Lagging. Okay. Well, and they're coming up on Ryan Acosta with Arnold Columbia in the 30 and Zach Buchanan in the 31. He made a pit stop. And there's the 1 car of Mark Edwards. And now we have a couple of new cars near the top. Hayden Klein in the 12 car is 2nd. And we were talking about Johnny Gardner. He is 6th, and Jake Williams in the 15 is 4th. Maybe he was already there. I think the 15 may have been already there. I don't know. Well, we do have some new names, including this number 12, Penske Ford. Fords have shown a lot of strength, and the Chevys and the Toyotas all equally have shown strength here. It's some way or another in this practice session. There's Austin LaPlante in the 16. Haven't talked about him at all in this practice. There's Alex Tanker. Boy, what a practice session he's had. And they're coming up on him. Look at the run, 7 of Luke Walker. He got a bit of a run on him there. Nicholas Guerra in this 34. It looks pretty fast. Remember at Talladega in the Sprint Cup Series, David Reagan drove this car to the victory with help from his teammate, David Gilliland. So I'm pretty sure this Front Row Motorsports team has a lot of confidence coming into a super speedway, for sure. As everyone should. And super speedways all season, we could see teams that aren't talked about much in the Sprint Cup Series come out and win a championship, and that would be huge. Whoa, look at 34 is moving up on the 16 as Anthony Emery in the 99, who was upside down in that wreck. He's in a backup car. He's in this pack. There are 4 Fords and 4 Chevys in this pack as Chris Summers now is going to make a pit stop. Oh, trouble! Is that Seth Cole again? It is! Seth Cole again! What happened here? Oh, we better watch out! 34 gets held up. I don't think there'll be any further trouble. Let's see. I mean, the 43 and the 24 had a huge run. They kind of, I don't even know. I'm not really sure what to say about that one. That was a hard hit into the outside wall, though, for the 43 of Seth Cole. And he's still going out there. He's got to make it back to the pits. There's nothing else he can really do. Here's a few cars that we haven't talked about. There's Eric Burton in the Jet Edge number 55 Toyota. Dom Capps in the 21. There's Andrew Schwartz in the 44. For XX Extreme Motorsports, a Start and Park team, a very underfunded team in Sprint Cup, but they have a ride here with a rather good driver, Andrew Schwartz. Mark Matthews, after a pit stop, he makes it back on the track. Let's see if we can find another bigger pack here that we can watch. I don't see anything changing much in the top 10. Whoa! That 78 almost turned the 24 of Sean Galligan. Sean Galligan 34th in this practice session. Wes McCall is 10th. Carter Keselowski there in the 11. He is 7th. CJ Sorensen in the 14 is 21st. And Elijah Koufax has run the fastest lap so far. So, closing in on 10 seconds left in this practice session. These guys should get some extra time to clock some more laps in. But a few big incidents marked this practice session for sure. And we already may have had the big one, and it was in this practice session involving many cars, including some of the fastest cars. Hayden Klein is second in the practice session in that SKF Ford. There is the 34 of Nicholas Guerra. We have some cars that we may have to watch on race day for sure, which is coming up in a few days. So let's just see a run through of some of the cars, and it is at 0 seconds, so I'm gonna wait just until it ends, and then we'll review the practice speeds. It'll end at 20 seconds. Alex Tanker involved in a few incidents today. Jake Williams has a fast car, it appears. He was 4th in this. Austin Ogo in the 39, 41st. Not the progress they were hoping for. And now practice is over, and we'll go into qualifying. And until race day, I'm John Dillon, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Be sure to like MFNSRA on Facebook, and like, subscribe, and comment. And so yeah, now you guys know what cars you're in, or you should, which paint schemes to look out for. And yeah, so we'll see you on race day.